Yo, what's up? It's Lucas, and in today's video, we're talking about why I love podcasting, how podcasting has literally changed the game for my business, how it's brought in a ton of clients, how it's built beautiful relationships, and how it's been probably the most impactful thing I've ever actually decided to do for my coaching business. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not like a podcast expert. I just have experience. I don't teach podcasting. I just have experience. 3.5 years running a podcast. Now we run 2 podcasts, 400 episodes in on one podcast, or 320. 140 episodes in on another podcast. Been guest, I don't know, a couple dozen times, probably 30, 40 times I've been guests on podcasts. And it's really turned into something that I look forward to in doing and enjoy doing, and something that has a really awesome ROI for our business. So I'm going to just talk about my experience of podcasting and leave it up to you to decide whether you like to podcast or not. So if that interests you, stick around and let's get into it. Yo, what's up? My name is Lucas Rubix, and welcome to the Coaching Channel. If you'd like to learn how I went from zero education and working the oil rigs to selling well over $1 million of coaching and building an online business and performance coaching empire along the way, subscribe to this channel and I'll show you how. Alrighty, so why I love podcasting. I already mentioned this. I'm not like a podcast. I don't teach podcasting. I mean, I'll help clients with it, but I'm not the expert at podcasting. I haven't dedicated my life to teaching this stuff. I've just really committed to doing a really good job of podcasting. This is in the trenches type of wisdom, so to speak, for 3.5 years of podcasting. Now, first thing I love about podcasting is its audio. When you do video like this, which I love just as much, but when you do video, you've got to set up the camera, you've got to shower, you've got to put something on that looks half decent. You've got to, do your hair and makeup if that's something you want to do. You've got to set up the lighting, you've got to set up the studio. You've got different elements in the environment that can make it complicated. There's a lot of setup. Sometimes it's a new skill to learn. There's complications like with memory cards and videos and editing. And I love video. I think it's a very powerful form of communication and a value exchange. But a podcast, it's a mic. I could do it at 4 a.m. in the pitch black. I've actually recorded podcasts in bed. I used to have like in-bed working days. I just loved working out of bed. And I'd record podcasts from bed. You could do it naked if you want to. You could do it in your underwear. You could do it after you just woke up. You could do it at any time. I did 3 weeks of traveling just right now to Tennessee and to Texas. And I brought my mic. And every time I felt inspired, I'd plop the mic down and record a podcast. Super simple, super easy, and really easy to edit. So the ease of entry, so to speak, and the ease of just hitting record and recording your value is easy. Number 2, why I love podcasting is it's built some relationships with people that I could have never built. Like I remember having Robert Greene on the podcast, and I haven't been nervous often when there was guests. I don't care who they were. Robert Greene, I was nervous. Robert Greene is an author, 48 Laws of Power, the 50th Law with 50 Cent, The Art of Seduction, The Laws of Human Nature, Power. And the chances of connecting with Robert Greene for an hour and a half, which is what we connected with on, was pretty slim to none, unless I traveled around the world and tried to connect. Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, the Cardones. Elena Cardone, I had about an hour and a half with her. Grant Cardone, about 45 minutes. And yes, there'd be other ways to get access to these people if you join the masterminds or the programs, but I don't have to do that. And the opportunities it oftentimes creates, those relationships create opportunities. So the podcast has become a beautiful relationship builder with amazing humans, amazing people, amazing leaders, and they've also connected with me with other leaders and entrepreneurs. And so it's just become this beautiful hub of connections that I was able to build through the podcast. And I probably wouldn't have built as many connections if I did not have a podcast. So that's the second reason I absolutely love podcasting. Third reason, and this is, there's this fourth reason that I might talk about. We'll see how it goes. But the third reason, and kind of the final reason, the kind of final nail in the coffin, so to speak, was they're evergreen. I get stat reports and I'm like, yo, you know what? Today, 1,500 people listen to a podcast. And that's leverage. They're evergreen. I'm always looking for evergreen platforms, something that people can use. You record it once, and now people can listen to it over and over and over. It becomes a beautiful relationship builder for your potential clients. Now, you can actually take a podcast episode and you could like share it multiple times. You could even take a podcast episode from a year ago that was really popular and share it today. I love that. I like doing something once and having it work for me over and over and over. And how many clients and people reaching out from our podcast is ridiculous. Or someone will listen to a podcast from a year ago and be like, I loved your episode. I'd love to book a call with you guys in the team. I'm like, okay. It's evergreen. It's leverage. And you can use it over and over and over again. A lot of apps like Stories, which have a time and place, things like Clubhouse, like they're here and they're gone. And I'm not bashing any of those. I just really like, I like long form type content where I can talk for 5, 10, 25 minutes. But I like evergreen platforms that can be searched for and used over and over and over and over again. I'm going to give a little bonus fourth. And this is data, this is stats, but the quality of client you'll get from a podcast is usually much higher than any other medium. That's from data and stats, but also from experience. Podcast listeners are generally, it's stat. They're in a higher income bracket. And if you listen to a podcast episode, you're intentionally learning and putting time aside 20, 30 minutes to actually listen to a podcast episode. It shows a commitment. It shows intent to like expand your knowledge and your experience and actually sit through something. When like most people have a hard time sitting through a 3-minute YouTube video. Podcasts get listened all the way through. So yes, you have someone's attention longer. You have someone, you communicate with someone longer, but they're also a different, for the most part, different type of client. And if you get leads and prospects from your podcast, from my experience, they're usually really, really high quality. And they're actively seeking a solution to the problem. So that's kind of like the fourth reason I love podcasting. If that still didn't exist and the quality of prospect and lead was the same as every other platform, I'd still do it. Just for the connections and just for the evergreen aspect of it. And also because I don't need to set my environment up. I just grab the mic and I record, which to me is really, really cool. So here's my little warning label. Is don't add a podcast just to add a podcast. Be very intentional with it. If you're thinking about starting a podcast, be intentional. Do you have the time for it? Do you have the commitment to it? What do you have to drop to make room for the podcast? If you're on 4 different platforms, it's probably time to drop all of them. I recommend clients have 2 main platforms and that's it. Or else you're going to spend all of your time and energy creating content, but not actually bringing clients in. It takes me about 4 hours to create an entire week's worth, sometimes 2 weeks worth of content. That's on a podcast YouTube channel and the Facebook platform. Now, I do have a team that helps me make sure that it gets distributed, but still, it's 4 hours, sometimes 2 hours I can get it out. Batch create all of it. I spend the rest of the time on the business and making sure we're working on the business. And a lot of coaches fall into this trap, this shiny object trap of like creating a lot of content, but not actually getting clients. And that's no bueno, no good. So if you're already overwhelmed with the content you're creating, probably not the best time to start a podcast until you make room for it. Now, if you've been thinking about starting a podcast and this resonated with you, awesome. I love podcasting. It's easy, it's fun, it's awesome, and it's really simple. Really, really simple. If you want to dive into our podcast, you can go to lucasrubix.com. You'll find the Coach's Corner podcast. That's a top 10 rated podcast. That's the podcast we had people like Robert Greene and Grant Cardone and Grant Cardone and Evan Carmichael and just awesome people. Plus, we also do 2 other episodes every single week to help you grow your coaching business. You can check that out. We also have the Boost My Mind podcast. That's 5 minutes or less every single day. It's a mental workout, 5 minutes or less every single day podcast, 7 days a week. That's also at lucasrubix.com. Also on the website, you'll find the Coaches University. That's our Stay Until You Get Paid coaching program. If you're looking to grow a sustainable and consistent coaching business that's actually aligned with the stuff that you love and the marketing is aligned with the way you want to do it, then check out the Coaches University. You'll learn more about our 10K guarantee. That's all at lucasrubix.com. Final message. If you have not yet liked or subscribed to this channel or left a comment or let me know your feedback or let me know you want to add something to this conversation, you want to disagree with something, I'm totally cool with that as well. Let's create a conversation and it'll help everybody else coming behind you to extract even more value from this video. So use the comments below, like this video, subscribe to the channel. And with that said, I'll leave you a few more videos here. This channel, like I said, is completely dedicated and commitment to helping you grow your coaching business. So if one of these videos serves you, awesome, check it out. If not, just check out everything else we have on this channel. We do 3 videos a week, so check them out, like right now. Check them out. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video.